pleasure to be with you today and to do this reading, which I'm very excited about. So we are in February now. It is the season of love. So I'm doing a love, sex, and romance reading in celebration of Valentine's Day. I'm leaving this wide open. I have so many cards out here and I will pull them pretty much all at the same time to kind of get what messages are coming through. I'm leaving this open for singles and for people who are already coupled up, just to see what happens. You know, we all need love, sex, and romance in our lives. So I'm just going to see what's going on with you guys. Valentine's Day is a season of love and celebration of love. It's not just romantic love, but this particular reading is just for romantic love, sex, and romance. Although this reading is for Valentine's Day and I'm filming this for Valentine's Day, if you come across this reading at another time, that could mean that there's a message here for you as far as love, sex, and romance goes. So don't dismiss it if you find this reading and it's not in February or Valentine's Day season. Just to get started on this, I'm going to be very quick about the introduction because my people love pick-a-cards. They're so familiar with them. And if you do not know about pick-a-cards, I will put some guidelines in the description box below to help you kind of pick and understand what's happening with the pick-a-card readings. On pile one, we do have an Amazonite. All of these stones, by the way, represent love in some way. This is actually for universal love. Rose quartz, very popular stone for love and romance, and garnet. All the red stones are love, passion, and romance. Okay. So again, pile one with the Amazonite, pile two with the rose quartz, and pile three with the garnet. I'm very excited to get into this reading and see what is happening with your love life. I will get timings. I will get personality traits. I will get anything that comes through. I'm just leaving it wide open for Spirit to deliver these messages to you guys. All right. So let's get right to the reading. Choose your pile that you think is going to have your love message. Click on that timestamp in the description box below. That will take you directly to that part in the reading, and I will see you there. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile one, these are going to be your messages. So pile one did have that Amazonite on it. I'm just going to get right into it. And hey, you guys, if you know what this stone is, I picked this up at a psychic fair. I loved it. I think she said garden quartz, but I'm not really sure. So if you know what this stone is, please put it in the description box below. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help. Okay, so let's just get started. I'll hold off on the oracle for a minute and start with, and I got a lot of oracle too. These are going to be good messages, I do believe. You're missing one. All right, let's just pull out the tarot first to see what is going on. Just general messages first. I like the herbal tarot for love and romance readings. I think they're kind of romantic. So you did get the Two of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. New beginnings for sure in your love and romance. Gregory Scott Tarot, you guys did get quite a few of these. So I'm going to try to keep everything in the frame because I do have a lot of cards, but I think I should be able to. Got the Strength in the Gregory Scott, the Knight of Cups. That kind of had a glare on it, didn't it? The Page of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. There's lots of cups going on here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let's see. Got it all here. All right, with the Tea Leaf Tarot, you got Eagle, Triumph over Troubles and Obstacles. I like that. With the Sedona Oracle, you got Mesquite, Tenacious Individuality. With the Sacred Traveler, you got Fellow Travelers. Support is all around you. Definitely getting a lot of people in this. Okay, so for attributes for your person, we've got some clues here. You got Victim, Light Attribute, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Shadow attributes is playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Okay. Femme fatale, light attributes, highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Femme fatale. Since I didn't ask any particular questions for these, I just asked for, just messages, general messages. I'm going to go ahead and pull these. Whispers of love, you got do something for someone, give your attention to another. And with the angels and ancestors, you got eagle, see from a higher perspective. I really want to take a screenshot of this and put it up on the, because there's so many cards here. I really want to take a screenshot and put it up. Okay, welcome back, you guys. So I took that picture. I'll be throwing it up so you guys can see everything. I just want you to get a whole picture of everything. And I will hold them up as we go through the reading too. I always do. So for pile one, your love life. Let's see what's going on here. Because of the new beginnings, I feel like love has not been easy for you. I do feel like there has been some hurt. You do get this victim mentality here thing. And I think I'm kind of not focusing too much on the message that's in the cards. As much as kind of like what I'm picking up. So here's another thing. I do think you're feminine, or you're female, or you represent as feminine. That's kind of like you and who you are. That doesn't mean it can't be like same-sex relationships, because I actually kind of get a feeling that it could be. But I guess your gender is female. The reason I say female, though, is also you have this femme fatale thing, where I think in the past you might have been tempted to use your sensuality in not the most positive ways. Like, okay, I'm just going to give you an example. Back in the day, when women did not have many options as far as work and things like that, a lot of their power was in their sensuality and their sexuality, because they had to attract a mate that would take care of them financially, really, because they didn't have any rights. Women just didn't have any rights. We are coming out of that, and we're becoming more individuals in such a positive way. Like these days, when you come together in a relationship, you don't have all of those old constructs, male, female roles, those kinds of things. We're way better at this, or getting way better at this. But there's still some residual of that. Like if you had parents that taught you that really your value was in your looks, so that you can attract the mate that's going to support you, there's like some holdover from that. So I feel like this is beautiful for you guys. I feel like in the past, you've kind of struggled with that a little bit. Getting into relationships that kind of were abusive to you as an individual, and maybe just even exploited your sensuality and your sexuality. I'm seeing that in this reading, because I do see a lot of hurt and a lot of pain because of this attitude, I would say, toward relationships. Well, the good news is you guys have done a lot of work on yourselves. You're figuring this out. You have figured this out. You have been able to look at this situation from a higher perspective, maybe through help from a counselor, but definitely through help from people who love and support you. Maybe even just your good girlfriends, getting together with them and talking about, or guy friends, getting together with them and talking through relationships, or maybe just the personal growth. Maybe you're a little bit older, maybe you're not in your 20s anymore, which is kind of when this stuff starts playing out and you have to figure this stuff out. At 30s, 40s, 50s and beyond, you have figured some things out, and because of that, what is coming into you is a new beginning in your relationships. And listen, there's just not 1, 2, or 3 people that want your attention. There are several. I think because you're coming into your own. Oh, I just noticed this mesquite here. Tenacious individuality. What was I saying about in our relationships, we don't come to them as much anymore with those pre-established roles for men and women. You're realizing that you come to a relationship that as an individual, and what you offer in that relationship is who you are as an individual, and what they offer is who they are as an individual, not some role that society has told us that we need to play. This is pretty awesome, you guys. I'm very, very impressed with you. First of all, that you've done the work. Secondly, that you have figured this out and that you're willing to continue down that path of growth. That's not to say that this will never come back around, that you won't find yourself in moments when you revert back to this person. But you know that's not where you want to go, and you know that's not what's going to give you the ideal relationship. That's what the Ten of Cups represents. The tens of any suit is an excess of that. Cups are about emotions, they're about relationships, and a Ten of Cups would be the ideal relationship, whatever that means for you. In this particular rendition, and quite frankly in most, it is represented as mom, dad, and kids. Because actually of those traditional values that we have had around relationships. And also, not just because that, a lot of people really do want that is emotional fulfillment to them, that mom, dad, kids, nuclear family thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But that is not for everyone. And I want to say that in particular in this reading because I'm really feeling that very strongly. You're not that young. You're, like I said, 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. 60s, 70s. I don't know how old you are, but you have seen some things. You've made some distinctions in the romance department, and that is serving you very well right now, with a brand new beginning in romance. Because you got the Ace of Wands, you've got the Ace of Swords. Aces are always new beginnings. They're on offer from the divine. You've got the hand of the divine in this new beginning. See that? 2 things. Ace of Swords is a new beginning from adversity. It's like winning. It's a victory. So you have this victory over this maybe generations back mentality of what relationships are supposed to be. So this is a new beginning that was hard won for you. You also have a new beginning, which actually the literal meaning for the Ace of Wands is a new life. So I do think that you are in a position now to create a new life with a romantic partner. And I do see the options that you have here for you. I think there's 3, at least 3. You got the card of celebration here and the card of marriage. So I do feel like that is talking about a committed relationship for you. The celebration of a commitment to someone else, whether that does involve a traditional actual marriage at a church, it doesn't have to. but it is a celebration among your friends with this person. So I don't know. Some people, I think this is Celtic or the Wiccan, that they do the hand fasting, that they commit to each other for a year and a day. I do feel like some kind of that type of celebration around your family eventually, and that's not coming right away. I don't think. I still think you're in the phase of beginning a new chapter in your love life, seeing what's out there for you and having to make choices, because there are several people who are vying for your attention. Oh my gosh, you got 2 eagles. Isn't that amazing? That's pretty cool. This eagle says see from a higher perspective, and this eagle says triumph over troubles and obstacles. I was definitely feeling that. That's what this ace is about. It's about triumph. It's about seeing the big picture. It's about taking the time to do the personal growth thing and figuring it out. And because of that, you get a brand new beginning here. 2 of Pentacles talks about juggling. I do think you're juggling some potential partners. Dating a lot of people at the same time is very difficult. So I feel there's at least 2. For some of you, I feel like there's 3. I think maybe you're on a dating app, so you are meeting a lot of people and are interested in people in, certain specific ways, or you like this person for this and this person for that and this person for that. So you want to date them for a little while to see which one actually ends up being a good mate for you. Page of Cups, young. Okay, so first of all, Knight of Cups, young energy. Page of Cups, even younger energy. But because we're talking about cups here, these are people who are very sincere about what they are offering you in a relationship, and it coming from a heart space. They're not looking to play around. They're not looking to toy with your emotions. They're actually very sincere about wanting a relationship and wanting to pursue that with you. It is really just going to be a matter of getting to know the people who you're dating, and through the process of dating, figuring out which one is the right one. In the middle of this, you do have the Strength card, and I feel like that's a message for you. First of all, of remembering where you came from and staying strong in your newfound views about love and relationship. Be strong. Hold out for what it is that you really want and what it is that you really need in a relationship. The only card down here that I haven't really talked about in some way is this Whispers of Love. These are very beautiful cards, so I will definitely hold this up so you can see it. This is a 41, number 41, which reduces to a 5. Talks about changes. Definitely got changes in your love life going on. But this says, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. And when I read that, I'm reminded of Anthony Robbins, and he always says a relationship is not a place where you go to get, it's a place where you go to give. So by giving of yourself, and that's what I'm talking about, this dating thing, it's a process. But if you give of yourself, you will, it's reciprocity, right? You will get back. If you are honest with these people, you will get honesty back from them. So it will be easier to figure out which one, I guess, is going to be the right choice. All right, that's all I have for pile 1. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2, these are going to be your messages for love, sex, and romance. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Pile 2 did have this beautiful rough cut rose quartz on it. It's a very nice specimen. But I am asking people, I bought this last weekend. If you know what this stone is, please put it in the comments down below. I think she might have said garden quartz, but honestly, I'm not sure. So help me out if you can and put in the comments below what that is. It's just really pretty. I love it. But I can't remember what she said it was. All right. So I'm going to eventually pull all these cards out at the same time. I'm also going to take a picture of the what's on the table and put it up in the reading somewhere, because there's just so many cards here. So many cards. And I want you to be able to see them all. So, as always, I will start with the tarot here and see what's up. With the herbal tarot, you have 7 of Wands, the Sun, and the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. With the Gregory Scott Tarot, you have the Empress, the Justice card, and the Ace of Wands. With the Tea Leaf Tarot, you got Dog, protection from a powerful friend. That's nice. And you got Lion, time to act. Rawr. Just putting them there because that's where I feel like they belong. With the Sacred Contracts, you got lover. Light attributes are great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. The shadow attributes are obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. You also got Mystic. Light attributes revels in intimate union with the divine. Shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine. Light attribute, alchemist, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attribute, misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Oh, this is interesting. Got a couple cards of spirituality here. Mystic and alchemist. All right. Sacred Traveler. You got choosing your path. All is possible. Sedona Oracle. You got Red Rock, nurturing. Angels and Ancestors, you got Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Whispers of Love, miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. And Turn on Your Heart Light, reflect on a time when you experienced love. Okay. I was picking up on this. I see a definite single person here. Okay. Oh, this pile 2, you speak to my heart so much here. I see a definite single person. I am getting strong feminine energy in this one again. Like quite frankly, most of my viewers are feminine, are women, but again, strong feminine energy, as in pile 1. You got the 9 of Pentacles here, which talks about that is the card for a single woman. She is abundant. She has financially, she has everything that she needs. She has everything she needs emotionally as well. She has good friends, good family. She may have children, actually. She does not have a mate, but she enjoys her life very much. She really feels her life is very abundant, and that can good health, good wealth, good nature, all in all areas, very abundant and very happy in the place that she is in. You got this Empress card over here, which is a mother card. So I feel like this might be a single mom, but more than usual, I'm feeling the Empress as in the goddess energy. It's almost the same card as the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful female independent energy, being very comfortable in her skin, very comfortable in her life, very comfortable in her role as a goddess, but does not have to have a mate all the time. It's almost like Cher once said, men are a luxury, not a necessity. I feel that in this reading, big time. And here's why, for some of you, why you're so comfortable being single. I think for some of you, you have been dealing, when you have been dating, when you were in the dating phases, when you were dating, you were involved in a lot of karmic relationships. And as we all know, karmic relationships do not all end in sunshine and roses. That's just the truth. The more lives that you have spent on this earth, the more you have to work through in your relationships. Not just in relationships, honestly. You have a lot of karma to work through. But sometimes the biggest lessons that we learned are through relationships. And I feel like that for you guys has been your story. And because of that, you got very comfortable with being single. You love your life. You are okay with it. You're not at all interested in the pain anymore. So if relationships to you equal pain, then by God, you're going to live your life and live it well without a relationship. That's who you are. That's where you've been. That's what's been going on. But that is about to change. It's not going to change easily because you do have this Seven of Wands here being in a very defensive posture, not necessarily wanting to give up this good feeling that you have as a single person. Because you're okay with it. Some people, when they say they're okay not being in a relationship, they don't really mean it. They'd really rather be with someone. You're not that person. You're truly okay with it. So there is an opportunity, and you guys know this, you always have free will. So why we do tarot readings is to see possibilities that are out there. Like if things continue down this path, this is a likely outcome. There's definitely possibilities staring you in the face for actually having a romantic relationship. That is good and healthy. There are some things that you're going to have to overcome to be able to do that. You do have this defensive posture over here, and underneath that you have protection from a powerful friend, and underneath that you have nurturing. I feel like this dog in this particular reading reminds me of licking your wounds. So I do feel like that you have been able to heal from all these past karmic relationships through the love of friends and family, and just through the love of yourself, being willing to take the time to get to know who you are and love who you are, and not accept relationships that aren't good enough, quite frankly, that don't serve you. So I feel like this is where we come from, this place of nurturing, healing, and moving through your single life gracefully because you haven't felt like you've had a choice. You have a lot of love inside of you to give. That is very evident. You're a very spiritual person. You have a lot of love to give. Even though you're very single, you would be very willing to compromise with a new partner. It is not that. It is not a lack of willingness. It is not a lack of ability to be in relationships. It's none of that. It's really just overcoming this, the hurt and the pain of the past, quite frankly, and admitting to yourself that you really do want a relationship deep down inside. And yes, you could go through the rest of your life without one and you would be perfectly happy. You would have a good, happy, and fulfilled life because that's just who you are. And that's just the amount of growth that you have experienced in this life. So good for you on that. But I really do feel like deep down you want a relationship. And this reading is almost telling you, if you want a relationship, you're going to have to act, and you're going to have to act now. There's this window that is opening up for you to move forward. You got the sun breaking free from the past. Yes, it's in the cards for you. All of this says that. Not only the sun card here, but also this Ace of Wands. Aces are new beginnings. Look to springtime too. The Ace of Wands for me. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me think about that. No, this is fall actually. So, maybe it's in the fall. Maybe it started in the fall. But whatever it is, look how beautiful and abundant this is. This is still, and this is the message of this card. This queen is beautiful and abundant. Yeah. It's not a queen, but that's the way, an empress is the queen of all queens. This is a new beginning that breaks you into new relationships, new creative ideas, new life of complete abundance, but with a mate too. It's just telling you, you can still be that beautiful, happy, abundant person inside of a relationship. Got the Lion. Wands are very much movement forward, very much energy, creative ideas. Move it. You got to get moving. This Lion says that it's time to act. This is Leo energy too. I'm feeling like this might be Leo's season because that is in the fall, and you got the Lion here. So it could be Leo's season for some of you. Got a very big fall feeling here. It may also mean that you started acting in the fall. And because you started acting, because you started seeing this, it's like you realized this window was opening. You're doing it. You are acting on the possibilities that are out there. You have this card that says that. Choose your path. All is possible. Choose your path. All is possible. You can have that relationship and still be your beautiful self. That's just the message that's coming through here. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Another fall-looking card. And this is as well. Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. This is actually some good advice. If you have been single for so long that I feel you, because I feel like this is my reading. But if you have been single for so long that you kind of can't even remember dating or flirting or even being in that space, remember a time when you really, really loved someone, and try to go there in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul, and it will help you to kind of break into the togetherness again, being with someone else again. It's possible. And I feel like definitely in the fall time, it became possible to you. You're moving in that direction. Just keep moving in the direction that you're moving. Keep doing what you're doing is what this is saying. But act. When you have, get on the dating sites if you're not on any dating sites. And if that feels comfortable to you, if would just be miserable to you, definitely do not do it. But it is a possibility. If someone says they have someone that they want you to meet, act on it. Don't just put it to the back of your mind and say, it never works out. Don't do that. This is the time to act. When those opportunities come up to you, do it. Also, go places and do things where there are other people, because that's how you meet people, when you're out and about doing the things that you love. Do what you love, okay? And then the people will come. Because what happens if you don't continue to be this beautiful person that you've developed into, which is really kind of cool, that you took all this time, that you just put the dating aside because it wasn't working out. You took the time to figure out who you are and find that bright, beautiful person inside of you that you are, the Empress. That is goddess energy, my friends. Okay. So good for you for taking the time to go within and do all that. But you will, please know, you do not have to lose who this is to do this, to date again, to look for romance again, to open yourself up to romance again. You don't have to lose this. It's all possible. Wow. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that there for pile threes, or pile twos. Sorry. I think that's a very succinct message, and it's a good message. Congratulations. All right, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile three, these are going to be your messages. So pile three does have that really nice garnet on it. And I am asking people, if you know what this stone is, please put it down in the comments below. I got it last weekend and I love it. It is beautiful. I think she might have said it's a garden quartz, but I'm not sure. So help me out if you can. Put in the comments below what that stone is. It's a star in the shape of a star, and I just loved it. Whatever that is inside of there, it's just kind of like popping out. It's so cool. Anyway, thank you if you know. All right. Uh-oh. Where to start? Well, I think I'm going to start with the tarot, as always. I kind of do. I'll start with the Herbal Tarot. You got the Page of Pentacles, the Magician card, and the Empress card. Wow. Okay. With the Gregory Scott Tarot, you got the Ace of Cups. So many aces in these readings. There's definitely new beginnings, and oh my gosh, Two of Pentacles, and you got the Magician card again. So you guys, the Empress was in the last reading as well. So if you were also drawn to pile two, you might want to go take a look at that. But the Magician twice, anytime you get the same card in a reading, that's a double down on that message. And I'll talk about what the Magician stands for here in a minute. So with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, you got V, Victory, in some endeavor. And you got Needle and Thread, a sincere wish is granted. Okay, that's very clear. So the sacred contract cards are like personality traits, and so I pulled some of these to kind of see what we're dealing with here. If you're dealing with a person, these could be your personality traits or it could be the other person, but let's see. You got child nature, light attributes are friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, and shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Hero or heroine, light attribute, passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and shadow attribute, escapism and a false sense of heroism. And angel, that's sweet. Helping those in need with no expectation of return. And shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. That would not be good karma, would it? I definitely get like nurse energy here, doctor, nurse, something that really helps people. Maybe a veterinarian, maybe you have a work in a pet shelter or something. All right. With the whispers of love, you got forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. With the Sedona Oracle, you got Boynton Canyon, viewpoints. With the Sacred Traveler, you got vast vistas, expand your horizons. And Earth Mother, with the angels and ancestors, Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. This is interesting. So I really feel like you guys, this particular message is for people who are already in a relationship, or for people who have been in a relationship and that's on hold. You've taken a break, or you've broken up in some way. Because of this, first of all, forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. I feel like you're in some kind of relationship or situationship already, and there is an opportunity here for a new beginning for sure with this relationship. But there's some work here that needs to be done, and part of that work is forgiving each other, for looking at their things from their point of view, expanding the possibility of where you can go with this relationship too is important. One or both of you, I'm getting the feeling, has a very limited view of relationships. And I'm actually thinking, I'm going back to pile one here, about how we come into relationships with roles in mind for everybody, and the way it should go already in mind, like these stereotypes that we're fed from a very young age, and also they're generational, like they keep being perpetuated from generation to generation. And maybe just even Western philosophy and Western societies, or your society wherever you are, maybe Eastern philosophies too. These things all inform our romantic relationships and how we feel like they should go and what they should look like. And when we're young, we come into relationships with those ideas. This is what a relationship is supposed to be. This is the role I'm supposed to play. This is the role you're supposed to play. I got this message from pile one. So if you were drawn to pile one, you might want to go look back at that one too, because this is very clearly telling us, and maybe it's just what's in the air this year for romance, but open up your concept of relationship, what it should look like. Quite frankly, there's no should about what your relationship should look like. It is up to you as individuals. You're coming into this relationship. You both have different ideas and different value systems. The rules are over. The rules for relationships are no more. It is what you say it is. It is what you want it to be. That is where we're going here. And so I feel like that there's some listening that needs to be done here in a very loving way, validating, hey, how you feel is very valid, and how I feel is very valid. So let's sit down at the table. Let's talk about how we feel. Let's expand our concept of relationship and what that can look like to include how we really feel, and not just those things that have been imposed upon us. Okay, that message is coming through loud and clear. As far as the person that is, I can't tell if this is you or if this is this other person, and it may just be both of you, and maybe why you should give this relationship a second look, because you're coming in as very kind people, very in touch with nature. I'm getting some animals here. I'm getting some mountain climbing here. I think you're both. Nature is very important to you. You're very kind people. You're very loving people. You help other people, and you both have that desire. So I do also feel like maybe this relationship has some kind of particular calling to the world, that you guys are coming together to build something that you then help the world with, whatever that is. Okay, back to the tarot, which is like the big message here. I was actually looking more when I was doing that, walking through that, was looking more at the oracle cards. Huge message down here. But the bigger message is you can have it. Whatever it is that you want in a relationship. The Magician is the master manifester. You have all the tools that you need to make this relationship work and be the way you want it. It's wish fulfillment. You got two of them. So not only what you wish for in a relationship, but also what the other wishes for in a relationship. You both can have it. And that is the big message here. Sit down to the table, find out what you want, because it is absolutely possible. And look at what it brings you guys if you're willing to do that. Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning in the heart space. I'm sorry, this is the Ace of Cups, not Wands. Look at that, how beautiful that is. That is a brand new beginning in a relationship. And being and feeling so much love that you are actually overflowing with it. It's overflowing with love and abundance. Empress, abundant energy, abundant love. I think that there could also be a pregnancy in this relationship if you so choose that. If somebody wants to be a mother, that's a possibility here. But mostly just everybody can have what they want. That is the big message. And when you come together and figure out what that is for you together, just creates this amazing, amazing relationship. That's beautiful. With the Pentacles here, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, I'm really feeling, first of all, earth signs. You guys might be earth signs. You got this big messages of nature here, even with the Earth Mother. Definitely earth sign energy. But may also just be talking about practicalities of balancing Two of Pentacles, also juggling card, which goes back to that coming together, the alchemy of this situation, coming together and creating something new in a very practical way for the both of you. Also feeling like something is being offered here in a material way, food, clothing, shelter, home, money. What has that got to do? I think that this is I don't want to say traditional. I don't think it's traditional. I think it's solid. That's what I'm going to say. It is a solid on the earth plane relationship. Once you figure it out, it is like home to you. It is very life affirming, very grounding for you, this relationship. So I think that's all I have for pile 3. I think that's very clear as a message. And I hope that you guys work it out, because I do really feel like that you're building something to share with the world, for sure. All right, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.